Quickly before this video starts, I'd like to point out that according to YouTube statistic, I am irrelevant and no one cares, so let's go to the video. First of all, before this video starts, I have a quick disclaimer to make. Basically, I was very hesitant on making this video, mainly due to the fact that I didn't know if my PC would record it, and I didn't know if it would be put together well. But I'm going to go ahead and release an episode 1, because I feel that it's something that we can all give a shot here. Another reason I was hesitant to record and upload this is due to the fact that I don't currently have a mic that works. So I'll be talking over the video most parts. So let's see how it works out, and if it doesn't work out well, then it doesn't work out well. So thank you, and let's get right to the video. I'm gonna start by saying here that the making of the world, which I initially did record, apparently wasn't recorded. So basically, we're starting at this part where I've been on the world for a decent amount of time. I have 12 logs and a bit of other not too useful stuff, but basically, I joined the world. It was literally just an island, but I decided full wing it. Let's go. Also, I don't know if you could tell already or not, probably because of the title you could, but this is a hardcore world. Basically, this series could go very wrong if I upload like 3 videos and then die, because if you do not know what hardcore is, then let me give you a brief explanation. The difficulty is locked on the hard mode, and if you die, you can't respawn. So I'm going to be playing very carefully and walking you through some of my strategies of playing carefully. Another disclaimer is I am not at all godly at hardcore. I just find hardcore very fun. So I could die in the series in the dumbest way possible, and I will never live it down. So yeah, this should be fun. So basically what's happening here is I want to start getting some cobble for a few structures I need to build, where in reality I should be doing something else right now that I will tell you about later. But currently I'm probably getting very angry because I just dig into a huge thing of andesite when I need stone, but I broke through and I'm getting some stone now. So I end up with 32 cobblestone, and it's time to make some basic supplies, such as a furnace. I go ahead and drop my wooden pickaxe in there. That'll be easy to cook, but currently I have nothing to cook, so who cares? And just making myself some basic stone tools. Pretty basic Minecraft stuff. Doesn't really need explanation, but I'm still doing it, because, you know, who knows? I'm just kind of slightly bald. The more and more I play on this island, the more I start to realize that this is gonna be so awful, because I am on an island with like no resources in the middle of a deep ocean biome, which also means that there is a massive drowned infestation. So currently I'm trying to go to the other islands to see if I can get some animals to my island or something, because right now there are no animals spawning on mine, and I am going to be running out of food very fast. I arrive at this island, which is the closest island to mine, and it's a flower forest biome, which when I get here, I'm realizing that is this entire world just going to be all islands, because this will be painful. This is already off to a bad start. But I see an island off to my left that looks like it could be pretty big, so I'm probably going to check that out later. Hey guys, remember that drowned infestation I was talking about earlier? Well, the apocalypse is starting now. Here comes the rise of the drowns. Right now, I don't really care too much because it's 5, and I see one of them has a Nautilus shell, so I want to kill that one and then just leave the others. So that's basically what I do. But those drowns will definitely seek their revenge later. They are not happy about that one. So I arrived back at my island, and I noticed that there is a single chicken in the water. Now, chicken farming isn't the most useful, thing, but given that it's the only animal I've seen so far, I had to get it, because if I gotta get food, I guess I'm gonna have to be eating KFC on this island for a while. As I'm leading this chicken to a place where I can put it in a cage, I begin to notice one thing that is going to make my life miserable. One thing, in my opinion, that you should do on the first day, every time, is get enough wool for a bed, because then you can just sleep right through the night and not have to deal with the struggles of trying to survive, because in hardcore, it locks the difficulty on hard, and the only thing that changing difficulties does is make mobs do more damage. Of course, that's not the only thing, there's more, but that is the main thing. So mobs hit like trucks and it hurts, and I do not have a bed to sleep away the night because I decided to get stone and other materials first before trying to get a bed, which was main problem of mine. I was wasting too much time getting other stuff, and now it's night. I start thinking to myself, man, ground spawn so often, it's gonna be so easy to get a trident. Too many, stop it, please! Hey guys, it's time to do some quick math. 2 hits from the drowned equals how much health? Yeah, that's right, 3.5 hearts. Now there's this drowned on the sand trying to make my life hard. Now that I have 3.5 hearts, how do you think I'm gonna spend the rest of my night? Ding ding ding, if you guessed hiding up like a coward in the top of a tower, eating rotten flesh and not regaining any health for the rest of the night, you'd be correct. I'm not dying first night, I cannot have that reputation. Go away, do not judge me. That night took way too long to pass. I am not making that mistake again. Feels good. So, that took up a bit of time, so some stuff actually did happen from when I got those sheep, so we are gonna go ahead and reverse back in time and check out some of this. So, first of all, I started heading over to this island that I saw from the flower forest earlier, which turns out that this island that I'm going to now is absolutely useless, besides some chicken. I guess I got some chicken, can't be too mad. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, it actually wasn't just chickens, and it turns out that there is in fact an ocean monument. Oh, scratch that, there's actually 2 ocean monuments. What are the chances? Whew, done with that island. It's time to finally make myself a boat to travel to this next island, which definitely won't have an ocean monument. You're actually joking. There's no, So moving on, my next plan was to just, transport this sheep to my island, because I guess mutton is the best food I can get, so may as well take it. Me and my sheep friend arrived safely at the island, in which I got him out of the boat, and then proceeded to go make the bed, and that was the tale of my adventure. It turns out I actually made my bed around the perfect time, because it's actually about to turn night, so I just have to get my sheep pen up here, and I realized that my chicken despawned, so I guess Kentucky Fried Chicken is off the menu, boys. Something interesting happened. A sheep herd spawned. I got one of them in a boat so it wouldn't despawn, and I killed the other 2 because I already had one in a fence. So that should be a pretty sufficient sheep farm, and it's time to get some sleep. So I got stuck in the cage while expanding it for my sheep, so I used this really cool trick. Now let me just dye the carpets. Never mind, I made white carpets to match what color the sheep's wool was, because of a strategic play that I heard online, you know. It was only strategy, no stupidity involved whatsoever. The rest of this day was pretty boring. I made myself some storage units, and I just went mining a bit later in the day. I also realized, if you were wondering what that dirt square block there was, it's not just ugly to be ugly, it's actually to determine which chunk I actually spawned in, because I typically like to build like a really big, nice house exactly the measurements of the chunk there, so that I can be safe if I come back to the end portal and I don't have my spawn set at a certain bed. It'll spawn me there and I'll be safe. But basically what I realized is that the sheep pen that I built was interfering in my spawn chunk, so I had an idea to eventually move them over to a different island to have all my farms there. But for now, I'll leave my sheep there, and I'm building this temporary wheat farm here so that I can have some food. I do some lawn mowing here to get some seeds from my farm. Half of this day I'm actually just wandering around aimlessly trying to figure out what to do, because I'm stuck right now. I don't know where to start or how to. I decide to just go strip mining a bit, try to make this go a bit deeper, so that's pretty boring. I was just getting some cobblestone, I think. So, not much to that. I found some coal, I found some iron, things were looking good. I used the cobblestone I got to make some cobblestone walls because I like building my animal fences out of those. I make myself some torches to try to light up my island some more, get this place nice and vibrant. It was time to sleep. I had my strategical bed placement. I saw that fly over my head. I thought that could have been a arrow or a trident. It was a skeleton, so I thought I was fine. I forgot it was hard. That did so much damage, and my axe had just broken, so I couldn't actually fight him. I did a strategical pause there to rethink my life choices as I figure out how to do this, and it ended up turning out something like this. Who could have guessed that that dirt I placed there to indicate my spawn chunk would have saved my life? Abruptly after that incident, I start cooking some iron to try to get a shield, which can be very overpowered early game, and I could also maybe make some armor out of it. It was only 6 iron, so I was mainly going for the shield. I also very quickly made myself a new weapon. After, making a second crafting table, of course, because that's just a given. Why wouldn't you make a second crafting table? Don't judge me, please. I promise it was on purpose. And as I'm wandering down my island, I noticed that this dumb bee got himself caught, and I really didn't want to hit the bee, so I turned on hitboxes, because that is a strategical strategy that is strategical in every strategical way that you could ever strategize. I begin transferring the sheep to this island here, which is where I plan on making my animal and normal farms. But I see a shipwreck off in the distance, which I go loot. Oh boy, we hit the jackpot with this chest. Mending leather cap and poisonous potatoes. Are you kidding me? Best loot in the game by far. There's no better chest than that. Oh wow. Insanely better chest than that. Buried treasure. Pog. Wow, a way better chest. Who could have guessed that there would be a better chest? I finished transporting my sheep friend over to this island, and I abruptly get off for that day. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode 1, possibly. Make sure to let me know if you enjoyed. See you all in the next video.